Why, hello there, Sagittarius. Welcome to my channel. I'm your Cosmic Auntie, and this is going to be your monthly reading. This could resonate with Sagittarius suns, moons, risings, whatever other Sagittarius placement or aspect you may be exploring, or maybe you're feeling in your fire energy these days. However this video found you, I'm just really glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. It truly is a great blessing to share something so special with you. And this channel wouldn't be what it is without you. So thank you for being here. Welcome back to anyone who has been here before, and a big warm hello to anyone who may be new. Again, just thrilled to have you. All right, Sagittarius, before we get into the reading, I just want to say I've opened up my personal readings again, and if any of you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, all of the information to do so is down in the description below, as well as the decks that I use and any other kind of tidbits that come through like after, if there is any. So make sure you check the description as well for any further information. Okay, let's jump in. The visual that I received for you was this beautiful, like, ornate wooden door, and it was closed. It was like this beautiful, ornate wooden door, and it had this like really like beautiful like wrought iron kind of handle. There was some greenery around it, and as I felt into that visual, I heard the words, "Welcome to the other side." So there is a door that has closed to a previous cycle in some way, and you're on the other side, or you're getting to the other side, however this resonates. But I heard welcome to the other side. So there, and it's been coming through the shorts that I've been doing a lot for fire energy, as well as for you specifically, Sagittarius, like a major cycles coming to a close. They're closing out. And with a closing out of a cycle, you know, ushers in a brand new beginning, a whole new, like a whole new beginning, something brand new, a brand new cycle, brand new cycles. So let's see what's coming through with cards. Overall energy for Sagittarius. Welcome to the other side. It feels really relieving, and like when I did feel into that visual, I did feel like I was looking back, like I was really looking at that closed door, like I was taking it in. And that may be something that may resonate with you, to just be like really looking at that last cycle that is closed out, to see it like really shut. It like it's done. And you know, with the greenery coming in, it's like there's a passage of time, you know, like there's kind of like ivy starting to kind of grow. So it's really shut, and now it's welcome to the other side, and it's you turn around and face this expanse, this unknown, this new beginning, to be able to, you know, expand into the potential of this new chapter, of this new beginning. So the card that came out is Dream Thief, Refusal of the Call. So this is all about following your dreams, like being who you are, really, you know, dancing to the beat of your own drum, and making moves in ways that really nourish your soul. And with the refusal of the call, it's like it's like this like, I don't even know what's the word. It's like, I don't even know what the word I'm thinking of. It's like a feeling I'm feeling. It's like it has been like you have not been able to conform. That's what it is. Like, and that can bring in like a lot of cycles ending, right? When you're like realizing that you are not willing to conform in some way, you know, especially if it like rubs up against your soul in some way, like you just like have not been able to you don't want to, adhere to that. That's what it is. Like, you've been uncompromising about your dreams, and that's honestly beautiful. And that can bring in a lot of endings because, you know, when you choose yourself, and you maybe you've outgrown certain spaces, you know, natural endings occur, right? And I just keep hearing that it might have pissed some people off. It might have pissed some people off, okay? It might have pissed some people off. It might have felt like, you know, yeah, you literally ruffled some feathers here. And it's just like, it's just like, you're not taking my dreams away from me. Absolutely not. Like, no. Sagittarius, I feel like you've learned when to leave the party. And like, you are the party. So like, any, you know, like, it feels as though like there may have been some disappointment in your environment in regards to your choices out of your true well-being, your true soul's desires, and your unwillingness to conform to anybody else's like perception of you. You know, like, I feel like you really have rejected that. And just out of like just your truth, like it's not even like I feel like any kind of animosity from your energy. You're just like doing your own thing, like I said, dancing to the beat of your own drum. You know when to, you know when to enter the party, and you know when to leave the party. And because you are the party, sometimes people just feel like you need to stay. You know, you need to stay and make this, but you don't have to. And there's something with that energy, and it's very freeing, it's very liberating. And with that, I feel like you're closing out certain cycles where that has been like an expectation in some way of you, where you've been like the expectations have been heavy on you, and you know you've felt that, and you've, you know, operated and responded as necessary to whatever circumstances that is without compromising like your light, your soul's desires. There's something about that, your soul's desires, where you know, I feel like there's aspects where your soul, it became a bit constricted, and like, you know, we can't constrict a Sagittarian, come on, like, my gosh, absolutely not. Like atomic bomb, like no, like, you are fire, right? You know, you are this blazing, brilliant, adventurous, like very wise energy, and you aren't to be contained. You really aren't. You are not to be contained. So there's something with that. Wherever you've felt that there's been an expectation, or there's been spaces where you've felt like, you know, you've been constricted, or like you've been contained, is where I feel the cycles are closing. And again, I don't feel any animosity towards, like, from your energy. Like, I don't feel like there's anything like that. Like, yeah, you may have pissed some people off because, again, you are the party, and there's this expectation for you to stay and burn bright and to warm up the environment, to be the bonfire. But you are your own bonfire, right, Sagittarius? Okay. So then the next card is Spirit of the River, movement toward adventure. So yes, this is turning around from that closed door and really embracing the excitement of a new adventure. This again just confirms this when to leave the party, you know, like there's this kind of knowing within you. You're like, okay, my time is up here. I'm going to follow my intuitive pull towards this direction and embrace the adventure of this new space, of this calling, of this urge, of this like desire, whatever it is, right? So that's really cool. Spirit of the river, movement toward adventure. Let's get another one. I feel like there's another one that wants to come out of this deck for you, Sagittarius. Is there one more for Sagittarius? Yes. And then deep, quiet meditation and stillness. Okay. Yeah, so things got a little busy. Things have been a little busy. Things have been a little hectic. Things have been loud, it feels like. Really, really loud. And then many masks, the authentic self underneath. This is like spaces where you've felt like, okay, you know, again, there's something with this being expected of in a certain way. I heard one trick pony, like just being pigeonholed into this like one-dimensional aspect of you or character of you, and like feeling like you're made to perform in a certain way that just doesn't like fit your authentic self. And with this closing of the door and looking at it and these major cycles closing, it's coinciding with masks dropping off. It's coinciding with like conditioning dropping off, social conditioning, you know, family conditioning, you know, any kind of outdated belief systems, any kind of outdated emotional patterns, behavioral patterns that you've just outgrown. You've outgrown like people, places, things, like you just have. And you know, with you, Sagittarius, is like there's this, it feels like I keep seeing this like clock, like there's this almost like internal timer where it was like ting, okay, time's up, and like you know when to leave, you know when to shift, you know when to take that move towards a new adventure. And with this deep, quiet meditation and stillness, Spirit's bringing me back to that feeling I got looking back at the door, like I was standing there taking in the door, really taking it in. So I do feel this kind of meditative quietness that's coming from this shift, coming from taking in this cycle closing. Again, like the energy got a little loud, so I feel as though you're making moves to turn down the volume, to quiet down, to be able to be introspective, to be able to go within, to really take in all of the information, to be able to transmute all that has come to be in this last cycle and transmute it into wisdom to you know, help guide you along the unfolding path. So I do feel like with this internal clock, it's like when the timer goes, it's like it's time for you to take some time out and be in your own energy. Like again, you are the party, like you really are so vibrant, like you are a bonfire. You know, this is where, you know, people gather around you. You're warm, you're vibrant, you're mesmerizing, okay? You're mesmerizing. And with that, it's like learning how to protect your energy. You aren't just to be, you know, consumed. You aren't just to be this ever blazing bonfire for everybody else, okay? Like, yes, you are this flame, and this flame that burns bright, and like by reverberating out, you warm the environments in which you are in, right? Wherever you go, Sagittarius. Wherever you go, you bring warmth, you bring vibrancy, you bring that mesmerizing quality, but it's yours. It's not anybody else's. So there's something, again, you have, I think, realized that, like, or, you know, have always realized that, but have, you know, something within these last chapters, like there's things that have come to fruition thus far where you're like, okay, it's time to leave the party. You know, you may be feeling like you're expected to stay, to burn bright, to warm everybody else and things like that, when your energy is yours. And I just sense you just taking it and knowing that wherever you go, you are going to be bringing those qualities, and your life is yours to live, and there's so many adventures to be had. And Sagittarians love adventure, okay? Love it. And, you know, like, don't always like to stay in a certain place for too long, especially if there is that expected energy where you're expected of, where you're, you know, anyway, not to be redundant, but that's where I feel the cycles are closing, and it's time to focus on yourself, your dreams, your soul's desires, where your soul is calling you. And with this deep, quiet meditation and stillness, it's like, on the other side, like, welcome to the other side, Sagittarius. It's now time to reflect, to recharge, to be able to refuel your flame, okay? To refuel it, to tune into it, to really revel in the vibrancy of yourself, and to be in your own energy, and to feel that freedom that comes with that. Whoa, that was fast. Okay, so the Three of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Wands. So I'll just make sure I cover up this High Priestess here because YouTube is strict. So there's that bonfire energy here, and there's that, like, kind of groups and community and like things like that. And the High Priestess is that deep inner knowing, that deep internal, like, timer, that internal clock, that internal wisdom that you have, your intuition. So again, there's this feeling of maybe, you know, certain, especially with the Three of Cups, groups, communities, initiatives, anything where you're in some sort of group, you know, any kind of dynamic with other people, that has become constricting in some way. So you have, I sense, you know, pay attention to that intuition, and that even you already have, like, with that closed door, I really feel like I'm talking to people who are on the other side of major cycles closed. The door is shutting to certain things, and, like, yeah, they may have fit for a time, but you've either outgrown them, or, like, there's just, like, this call to the wild, right, Sagittarius? And there's no, like, beef about it, really. It's just that your life is yours to live. Your energy is yours. You're allowed to take your energy wherever you want to. And there's this kind of vibe of, like, wanting to keep you like in this place, in this like, again, they keep showing me this bonfire with, like, a lot of people around, like, but it's not your job to warm everybody. Your job is to live your life and express your energy, and know that wherever you go, you bring that vibrancy with you, and nobody else has command over it other than you. And yeah, that might piss people off, because sometimes people believe that they have jurisdiction over others' energy for so many different reasons, and it all comes from projection, and things like that. So there's also, like, this Ace of Wands here, like, there's this passion, there's this inspiration. I feel as though with this Dream Thief card, which is ultimately following your passions, following your soul's desires, really taking action towards what is calling to you. And like, I feel like that has been such a driving force to these cycles closing. Again, recalling your energy back to you, reclaiming your energy, and really paying attention to your intuition. Spirit of the river, movement towards adventure. Yeah, oh my gosh, so cool. Wheel of Fortune and the 8 of Wands. So yeah, welcome to the other side, Sagittarius. You're on the other side of these cycles. The door is closed. You've made it. You've done it. You've navigated it. You've closed that door, and now you are taking the time to take it in. You are taking in all of the information and the wisdom that you have received from navigating those cycles, and also taking in the feeling of them closing, out, the spaciousness that comes with that, the momentum, the inspiration, the freedom that comes with that. And the 8 of Wands is about adventure too. It's about movement, it's about travel, it's about experiencing things, it's about insight, ideas, it's about shifts, pivots, just like momentum. It brings in fast-paced energy. And the Wheel of Fortune is this ever moving, it's change. It's constantly, the constant wheel in the sky keeps turning, right? So clarifying the spirit of the river, it's like now is the time to embrace a new chapter, this new beginning, and feel the exhilaration that comes with that, the freedom, the excitement, okay? Because there's just so much waiting for you to experience, waiting for you to drink in, waiting for you to create. Like, it's just like, the wheel is turning in your favor. Welcome to the other side. It has moved and it has ushered in this whole fresh space, okay? It's safe to turn around and open up to this new beginning. And take action towards, what is calling to your soul, what is, really inciting that passion. Knight of Cups, yes. So what are you yearning for? What are you desiring? What is your heart wanting? Where is your heart leading you? And that's where this meditation and stillness is going to come quite in handy, to be able to have the space to be quiet and tune into your heart, to be able to explore what your heart is saying to you. Because whatever has gotten too loud over here has closed out. Now it's like I keep hearing this like crowded room, and then the door closes and it's quiet, and I just stare at the door closed, and it's like almost kind of like, oh, all right, it's over, it's done, I'm free to leave. And you're free to leave, Sagittarius. You're free to leave and to follow what your heart wants, what your heart is yearning for, to follow your dreams, to follow your passions, to be able to, tune in with your intuition and trust your intuition. And also, like really, what am I trying to say here? Because it's like I feel like this like pull towards like spaces where you can freely express yourself, to freely share yourself, to really share your heart in your own unique way. I really feel like you're kind of stepping out on your own in some form or another, like leaving certain, again, people, places, things, specifically groups, workplaces, like dynamics, like community dynamics that you've outgrown, where you were feeling like you were where you were boxed in a way, and making those moves and making those necessary changes to, you know, step out on your own and embrace adventure, where you have the room to expand, where you have the room to implement your unique ideas, your insights, to make, again, moves in the way that, you know, resonate with your soul and expand again into this new beginning. And this new beginning comes with more room to be in your own energy, as well as to show up as you are, in your authentic self, as your authentic self. Like, I just feel like you have like more like ownership over your time and space. Is there anything else coming through here? The Two of Wands. Yeah, so this is the path here, where you're along this path are going to be connecting to like-minded people who share a similar, you know, energy, share a similar frequency, but have their own unique, they're in their own authentic energy, and they're like vibing and dancing to the beat of their own drum, and they respect your space, your energy, your, you know, your gifts, without like glomming on and controlling them. They're just people who inspire you and are inspired by you, and with that create this trajectory of like passion and momentum, and the creation that comes from this is really beautiful. So again, you know, you've left the party in some way, you've closed the door. Now I feel you looking at the door, taking it all in, transmuting all of that knowledge in, you know, transmuting all of that information into wisdom and knowledge to help you and guide you along the unfolding path, embracing turning around and embracing the unknown, kind of stepping out on your own, commanding your own energy, and being able to make moves in ways that feel authentic to you in some way. You know, I don't know, like, this could land so many different ways for you, but ultimately, again, I just feel like you stepping out on your own and creating something of your own that connects to your soul desires, that incites passion and, you know, adventure and connection, while also being able to have the room for you to retreat into yourself, to be able to be in your own energy, recharge your energy, and feel a sense of spaciousness around you, to be able to, you know, be as you are without, like, you know, because you freed yourself from certain dynamics where you've been expected of. Anyway, not to be redundant, I'm just really excited for you. Let's get you a postcard from Spirit. Whoa. All right, you got 3, so let's start with this one. Dear you, sometimes you just feel like no one understands you. You're not heard, or even that you don't count. This, my dear, is a terrible illusion, and although your feelings tell you that abandonment is real, well, we who love you know better. You are never alone, and even when rejection happens, you are ultimately being protected, so better things can replace what wouldn't have worked in the first place. Everyone on this side of the veil is watching over you and rooting for your ultimate success. Life loves you, we love you, and you are a unique spark of the divine and always connected to the light and to source. You are always in our care. Trust and keep the faith. Love you always and forever. So I'm going to put that over here because, yeah, I feel like that connects to the cycles that have been closing, where you may have felt misunderstood in some way, where you have felt confined, where you have felt, you know, expected of, but also kind of left in some way, and rejected, especially when it comes to your unique soul expression, because I really feel you, you know, just being such an authentic being in this world, and that can often, unfortunately, come with, you know, experiencing projections of like fear from others. It's theirs, but it still hits and it still hurts, okay? So that may have been part of the signal of where you're like, okay, this is not a space for me anymore, or like I have outgrown this space, or this, I'm not being misunderstood, or I feel like I'm not allowed to be my expansive self. And then, making the necessary changes to kind of free yourself of that. And I feel like it's been a long time coming. I feel like it goes deep. And I'm really proud of you, okay? And Spirit's really proud of you. So let's do the next one. Dearest you, we are sending you waves of love and joy as we watch you reap the rewards of your tenacity and faith. We know how long it has taken for you to reach some of your goals and that you have had disappointments along the way. Right now, we suggest you take a deep breath and fill yourself up with gratitude and tune into the vibration of well-being. Temporary conditions may be trying to hypnotize you into seeing something else as your reality, but we know that happy rewards are on their way to you even now. Change is the only constant, so be open to it. You will achieve your dreams and more, we promise. But more important, your happy rewards will be gathered up in small moments, the gentle breezes, the soft kisses, and the quiet commitments. Your happiest moments will be on the journey itself, not in arriving at any destination. You are surrounded by so much love and care. Can you feel us? So perfectly like aligns with this, the spirit of the river, movement toward adventure. This change is the only constant with the Wheel of Fortune. This momentum, okay, and this inspiration. I love it so much. Wow, Spirit never fails. And with the movement toward adventure, it's about the journey, right, Sagittarius? And like, I know that you get that because, again, Sagittarians love adventure. And are ready to experience. I find that your energy, you're ready to experience life. You're ready to experience life, and it isn't about the destination, right? It is about the journey. That like cliche saying is so true. And that's what I feel from you so profoundly as you look at this closed door. It's ornate. It's this big, heavy wooden door, and you have closed it, okay? And or are closing it wherever you are in this timeline. But I do really feel like you are on the other side. I hear Spirit saying, welcome to the other side, Sagittarius. Okay, dearest you, all your prayers are heard and mirrored back to you from the unseen realms. Be grateful, praise things before they manifest, and always ask for the highest good. When you plead and beg, that will only bring you more reasons to plead and beg. Instead, offer your prayers as sacred gifts, as a testament to your faith in a higher power. Open up and let Spirit move through you and comfort you. Add meditation as a way to become empty, so you will be ready to be filled with inspired epiphanies, peace, understanding, and joy. In this moment, your prayers are being answered for the highest good of both you and all life. Sometimes what you pray for is not supposed to happen for you, and your prayers will be answered in surprising ways. At this moment, we are listening intently to your prayers and want you to know that your highest good is our priority. All is well. Wow. So again, can't make it up. This deep, quiet meditation and stillness, when we get into that receptive energy and that kind of that energy where we rest, then we can receive insight from our heart. We can receive insight from life, right? And I do feel like you have been making moves to create more space around you for you to be able to do that, to come back home to yourself, so that you can listen to yourself and you can hear, the divine, you can hear Spirit, you can tune into your heart, you can receive the messages, right? Open up and let Spirit move through you and comfort you. I feel like that has been something that has been such like a guiding force for you as you've navigated out of these like tricky spaces, or these, you know, spaces that you've outgrown. And there's just so much like abundance and growth potential and like prosperity on this other side. So really, really excited for you. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this was encouraging, Sagittarius. Please let me know in the comments if you feel comfortable. Leave me a like on the way out. That really helps me grow my channel and connect with other people that may resonate with my frequency. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd love to have you a part of the community. And if any of you are interested in ordering a personal reading from me, again, check the description, because all the instructions to do so is down there. So I look forward to working with some of you, and I am just so grateful for all of you for being here. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next month.